Alright, and welcome back to Informative Speaking Module 4. Module 3, just did some stuff. Module 4, gonna do some more stuff. Here we go, so writing. Now we are writing our informative speeches. Awesome, that's my favorite part. I love writing, that's why I do this stuff. That's one major reason. Writing's so cool. Alright, here we go. Writing conversational. Just, you're talking to people, right? It's as if you were just sitting next to someone when you're actually gonna end up performing this. But start now with your writing so you don't go back. Just do the whole process conversationally and have a conversation as you write. Maybe you want to read out loud while you're writing. I know you want to read out loud afterwards so it makes sense as you go through the editing process. So just use words that you'd say on a regular basis. Sure, maybe sometimes if it's on science you might not say mitosis every day, but make mitosis sound fun, you know, just as you would talk to a friend about it. Credible, right? When you source stuff, it's great to say the source before the information. Otherwise, it's just you standing up there without any credibility or years of study behind you saying something. Sometimes people will add on a source at the end, but I'm sitting here like, okay, so who's this? Okay, that source says it. So I have this great idea. Say the source and the date, and then the information, right? Doctor of this, right? Professor at this university on this date explains. So we know it's from 2015, 2016, 2017 if that happens. Hopefully, I don't want anything bad to happen, right? It's not this source explains from like 1982 unless that's the best year you could find, or it was a book. Books a lot of time can be older because there's a lot more study that went into them, or studies take a while to do too. But have your information, be recent, let us know when you found it, who wrote it, when it was from, where it was published. Writing approximately 4 pages, your entire speech, about 4 pages, maybe a little less, maybe a little more, depending on how fast you speak. Probably about 1,300 words, could be like 1,200, 1,500, 1,100, just around that. And the way that each part of your speech is going to be set up, whether it's the introduction, point 1, point 2, implications, conclusion. Intro is probably going to be about a page, you know, because you want to spend the same amount of time on each point, which evens out the room where you're going to stand. So intro is about a page, point 1, probably less than a page, point 2, also a little less than a page, implications, less than a page, conclusion, 5 lines, not much, you're just really going to conclude your speech, like, alright, hey, here's what we talked about, here's what we covered, that was it, maybe a pun or something at the end, just a sentence that will resonate with the audience, but the conclusion's really short. Writing, main stuff, most of it comes in the intro, point 1, point 2, point 3, concluded, just a couple words, 1,300 words, and then read out loud. Alright, so a lot of times, this might happen to you because it's happened to me. If you're writing something, you think, oh, it makes perfect sense because that's what's happening in your head, right? It's the curse of knowledge, right? You know something, so you just assume everyone else is going to know it too. When you really got to simplify it and get to the core of what you're trying to say and just get that message across, right? So break it down into, if your subpoint A for your first point is on like background research. What information do you want to get across? Read it to your mom, read it to your dad, read it to your sister, brother, cousin, uncle, stepbrother, teacher, friends, that kid who sits behind you in class that keeps poking you or jumping up and down. I don't know why that kid keeps poking you, that's not nice. But just read it, right? If they can repeat it back to you and be like, okay, is this what you're trying to say? That's awesome, right? Move on to the next point and just do that. Get feedback to make sure other people know what you're trying to say. And it's not just you reading the paper back to yourself in a constant feedback loop. That's just not going anywhere. So read out loud, make sure your sentences are coherent, they make sense, and they get your message across in a way that's most effective to your speech. Join us for Module 5, where we'll do some more cool things with informative speaking. But thanks for watching Module 4.